What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Gen 1 Legendary Pokemon team. Okay, I'm on holiday right now, people. I shall be back in February. However, I do have some videos. I got a few theme teams, some cage locks, some funny videos why I'm away for you guys to have something to watch. Alright, people, we are doing a legendary team tonight. So what is your favorite Gen 1 legendaries or mythical? Well, I'm going to include mythicals, obviously, in these little mini theme team series. Mine would have to be Mewtwo. I think most people's probably Mewtwo. I doubt I'm wrong, but let me know in the comment section what yours is and why, if you've got any special stories about them. Alright, this one was on my Discord. I did 8.5 hours of straight battling yesterday. I got 4 theme teams done. So yeah, I'll be narrating all of these tonight. At the moment, it's Friday night for me, so I'll be going on Saturday night. So I don't know, this is like you'll be hearing this one on like I think Sunday or Monday when I upload this. Alright, we got a final Gambit Staraptor there. However, I'm running a physical speedy Zapdos, almost taken out with the Wild Charge, and Staraptor's going to go down. Man, I'm glad I outsped that, because that would have absolutely destroyed me. So I'm off to a flying start. Now, anyway, we both got actually a fairly similar team, which is really cool. Obviously, this was an Ubers battle, right? So I was doing Ubers battle with this team. Now, in the suggestion, I used all of the Gen 1 Legendary Pokemon, but I didn't use a Mega Mewtwo, so I've just used 5 Pokemon, right? Anyway, so we got a Zapdos here. It's going to go for the Volt Switch against my Articuno, doing about half health, which isn't too bad. Articuno is reasonably bulky. Not sure if it's carrying Thunderbolt or it's just got Volt Switch for its electric type move. I guess I'll find out later on. Now, we got the Ho-Ho coming out. I went for the Toxic. So this Zapdos, actually I'll go over the Zapdos set in a bit. We'll go over the Articuno set. This is a pretty trolling set. So we got Mind Reader and Sheer Cold. We got Toxic and Roost Pressure ability with the Leopard Berry, Max Health and Max Speed. Alright, so Ho-Oh is setting up the light screen. I'm glad I got a Toxic off on this thing. It's very bulky as well, and obviously it can run Regenerate and stuff too. Alright, so we got the Sheer Cold missing, and now we got a Z move coming from the Ho-Oh, and it's going to be a Flyinium Z. Now, I've got a pretty good gut feeling this is going to be coming off Brave Bird, or it could be Amazing Gust. I'm not sure, but either way, it's going to blow me away. Now, let's see we can get to 1,000 likes to this video, people, if you enjoyed the theme teams. I think I got 4 or 5 lined up while I'm away, and I've got about 3 cage locks, and I got some funny Twitch moments and stuff too. All right, people. Anyway, so we got some amazing damage there from the Ho-Oh, almost taking me out. Go for another Mind Reader here. I'm hoping I'll be able to get this off, and it's got Gus. It's a Gus Ho-Oh. I was kind of hoping, people, and yeah, we got some extra toxic damage on this. So I can hit the Ho-Oh with a Sheer Cold here and take it out, or they're going to swap, which they are going to do. Now, the only problem about swapping is they're going to go into the Articuno is exactly what I wanted, because I want to draw out the Articuno and use Toxic against it in case it's a really stally set. Okay, so Sheer Cold, as you guys know, doesn't affect ice types, and Articuno is actually going to outspeed me. So that's a shame. Obviously, he was running a max speed set too, or he was running Choice Scarf. So down goes my Articuno. So, man, look at the side. There's so many birds at the moment. Alright, so now we're going to go back into Zapdos. This was a physical Zapdos set. We got Wild Charge, U-Turn, Sky Attack with a Power Herb, and we got Steel Wing as well. Pressure Ability, Max Attack, and Max Speed. We're running on this one, Jolly Nature. Alright, so I'm going to go down to my Zapdos. Guys, I'm going to go down to my Zapdos. Articuno's going to take my Zapdos out, and now we're back into the big bad Moltres. So this Moltres set was probably my bulkiest bird on my team. Let's go for what that set was. We got Max Health and Max Special Defense. Ice Beam only doing a little bit of damage to me there, which is good. I was running definitely a more special defensive one. So we got Fire Spin, Willow Miss, Sky Drop, and Roost. Now the problem about Sky Drop against a flying type Pokemon, let me put it in layman's terms, right? If you try and okay, I'm going to try and put this on the most simplest terms, right? So say you grab a bird, right? You grab a bird and then you grab it. Okay, let's say you can fly, right? You fly in the sky, you grab a bird, and then you throw the bird back down. The bird ain't going to hit the ground, right? It's going to keep flying. So Sky Drop is going to not, it's going to fail against Articuno. I hope you guys understood that amazingly involved explanation. Anyway, so Articuno's racking up some of the damage from the Fire Spin and the Will-O-Wisp. I could go for Sky Drop to sort of like stall it out for a little bit, but it didn't do any actual damage at all. It just kept failing. Okay, so you could take the Articuno into the sky, right? Okay, I could fly up, take the Articuno into the sky, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. It's not like I could do like a a seismic toss to it in the sky. So anyway, Moltres is not going to do any damage to Articuno, and Articuno is going to take a little bit more damage from the Fire Spin and Will-O-Wisp. Pretty much, I just wanted to trap it in there and get rid of it. Clearly, it was obviously a choice set. Okay, so Articuno is on its last move here. It's going to have Struggle, so it definitely had a choice item, and Struggle does amazing damage, and Articuno is going to go down to that Struggle, which is nice. So the good thing about that is I trapped it in, and I got rid of a good choice Pokemon. Okay, so I've got 3 Pokemon remaining, which is my Moltres, Mew, and Mewtwo. We've still got 4 other Pokemon to deal with. Of course, we got another Moltres out here. Oh my goodness, there's so many birds on the screen right now. So it's a solid 3v3 at the moment. However, Moltres is going to go for an Ancient Power, and that's going to send my Moltres back to the ancient period. So that's now, we got 2 more Pokemon left. Now I've got Mewtwo and I've got Mew. So this Mewtwo was a pretty fun set. I've got 2 of these. I sort of go between the items on them. This one was a Future Sight set. So we got Future Sight, Protect, Substitute, Laser Focus, and Ability Pressure, and item as Psyche MZ. Max Special Attack and Max Speed. Now, the good thing about using Psyche MZ with Future Sight, you can actually use it as a move. You don't need to wait the couple of turns for Future Sight to activate. It also works as a Z move, which is nice too. And coming off Mewtwo's big special attack, we're going to play a little bit of ping pong with that Moltres, and it's going to go down in one shot. It's going to become Turkey is going to become Thanksgiving. All right, so we've got Ho-Oh left. We've got Zapdos. It's a 5-all. They actually picked 5 Pokemon because I only had 5 Pokemon. A very noble opponent. All right, so we've got a Zapdos left, and we've got one other, which is the Ho-Oh. So I'm going to go for the Future Sight here on the Zapdos. It's going to go for the Discharge. So it's more it's got Volt Switch, Discharge. It's more of a tanky set, right? I'm guessing it could have Roost, right? So go for the Laser Focus there. Now, Laser Focus enables you to get a definite crit on the next turn. So obviously, that is going to come into effect there with Future Sight, which I really, really want. So go for the Protect here, stalling out that next turn against the Zapdos. And Zapdos is going to keep going for the Discharge. The only thing I was worried about if I got paralyzed, I didn't really want to take Zapdos' speed away. All right, so it hits it really hard, almost takes it out. Man, that did some big damage. That was definitely a bulky Zapdos. So I've got to go for another Future Sight on the Zapdos right here. Okay, so Mewtwo is going to foresee another attack, or foresee another attack. However you say it, and it's going to go down to a Discharge crit. Okay, boys and girls, we've got one more Mew left. If only I can take out the Zapdos, then I can still have that Future Sight for the last Pokemon, which will be funny. And however, it was very funny. So outspeeding the Zapdos, going for the Zen Headbutt on that, which is going to be nice, and taking it out. So we still got that Future Sight that, that's incoming the next turn. On this Mew set, we got Sword Dance, Zen Headbutt, Drain Punch, and Leech Life. Max Attack and Max Speed, Synchronized Ability, and item is a Lumberjack. So go for the Zen Headbutt, right? I get some pretty good damage, and I flinch the Ho-Oh, and then the Ho-Oh gets hit by the Future Sight. Man, that worked out so well. Then it takes toxic damage, and pretty much that is game. I'm not sure what the Ho-Oh was going to do. It had Gust, but I'm not sure other moves. It could have had like a special move like Fire Blast or Burn Up. So that could have hurt. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. That was a really fun, interesting one too. Our teams are so alike too, having all the legendary birds. All right, this was a battle on my Discord. This one was against Mr. Garslord, and they've started off with the Bellsprout. All right, so the big threats are coming out. Turn 1 here. I've got my Zapdos. Now on this Zapdos set, you guys know that I have got my Sky Attack. Hacker Exposed, Flamethrower Bellsprout does some pretty good damage to me. I'm going to go for my Sky Attack here. Now, I do have the Power Herb, and I know I'm going to be able to take a Bellsprout out in one shot. However, since Bellsprout used Flamethrower, my Spidey sense was tingling, and I knew that it was going to be a Zoroark. So I did notice in their team that they had a Zoroark, so I thought after seeing that, I kind of knew. It was just very, very funny seeing Bellsprout use Flamethrower. So Zoroark is down, which is nice. We got that Bellsprout is still there, people. That's the important thing to remember. The Bellsprout is still around. Okay, so go for Wild Charge on Dusknoir. Dusknoir is an incredibly bulky Pokemon, so I knew that it'll be probably like a 3 to 4 here KO. It's going to throw up the Trick Room. So obviously Dusknoir is going to be nice and speedy under the Trick Room. It's a bulky Pokemon. It's got reasonable offense, and it's got a lot of like tricky statusy moves too, which can be annoying. So it's going to go for Shadow Punch, almost take him out there, going for the Wild Charge. That almost the 3-hit KO, taking a little bit of recoil damage here. Okay, so now we've got the swap in the Zapdos here. I thought, I don't want to lose Zapdos right away. let's go into the Articuno and let's, actually see what happens. So we get some pressure up on the Dustour, and it's going to go for a Destiny Bond. So Destiny Bond would have taken out the Zapdos, and it would have taken out, obviously, the Dustour too. They could have actually taken me out with the Shadow Punch there, but, I'm kind of glad I swapped anyway. I was able to reserve my Zapdos. And so now we've got a Z move coming from the Dustour. It's fighting MZ. I'm guessing this is coming from... It's either coming from Power Up Punch, Focus Punch, something like definitely a physical fighting move, right? Anyway, so we're going to get to... It actually gets some pretty dang good damage against my Articuno. Man, that actually looked really good. If you watch the animation on Dustour, then you can actually see it throwing the punch. Like, how it's like its hands turn? I don't know, maybe rewatch it. You can actually see it actually throwing that punch. It looked really good. Alright, so it's going to hit me with a Shadow Punch. I'm going to go for the Mind Read here. I'm hoping to take this out with a scummy Sheer Cold. The only problem about using Mind Readers, it's kind of obvious that you're going to use it. I don't really have anything to trap the opponent in. However, they're going to stay in for the Sheer Cold, and that is going to take out the Dustour. I mean, they probably didn't want to swap another Pokemon to the Sheer Cold, and Dustour was already on a very low man health too. So that was understandable. So, we got the Dustour coming in. Now, this is a bit of a problem. My team had difficulties with Dark-type Pokemon once, my legendary birds were down. Mew had a little bit of problem. It did have Leech Life and Drain Punch, but, if it wasn't able to take them out, it got hit very hard. And Mewtwo was just completely walled. All right, so now we've got Stone Edge coming from the Dustour, and that's going to take Articuno out, and it's going to get a Beast Boost as well. So this is the problem. We got to get rid of the Dustour. So we got Articuno with down. We got the Zapdos. I've got U10 on there, which would be quite good. It obviously wouldn't take out, so I thought, let's go into Mewtwo here. Let's go for Protect. Let's get a layer of the actual toxic damage up. I'm guessing it's going to go for a Crunch or something like that. However, they're going to swap with the Beast Boost up. I was like, okay, interesting. And now they're going to go into the Alolan Sand Slash. Now, on this set, I think one of my Pokemon had a couple of different moves. My Mew didn't have Drain Punch at the moment, so I think I actually used a different set on my Mew. I'm trying to remember, I had about 8 hours of battles yesterday, but I did swap a couple of my movesets up in between the battle. So anyway, we got the Moltres versus the Sand Slash. It's going to rise his attack with Curse. Now, the best Fire-type move I got in this is Fire Spin, and I think Fire Spin will do a lot of damage to it, because obviously it's 4 times weak, right? They're going to swap out their Alolan Sand Slash and go back into the Dustour. Now, once again, we've got a little bit of problems here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't actually lift Guzzlord up because it's quite heavy. So, we got it trapped in with the Toxic. We got it trapped in with the Fire Spin, and we got the Toxic damage racking up on it nicely. So, I thought I might be able to live an attack from this thing. Maybe just stay in and hope I can live. It's going to go for Dual Chop instead. Dual Chop misses. Obviously, Guzzlord's eating a little bit too many McDonald's burgers, so I can't lift it up. And I'm just going to stay in here and get some damage up on it with the, Fire Spin and the Toxic. So swapping out my Moltres here, and we're going to go back into the Mew this time. I've got Leech Life on here, so I thought that'd be a good option. Now we got the Dual Chop. Guzzlord actually hits me pretty hard with Dual Chop. After a Beast Boost, that would have absolutely destroyed me. So I'm very much glad to... have not got swept by this thing. So I can go for Leech Life to finish it off. I know they're going to be able to outspeed it too. And that is the Guzzlord down there. I bit it right in the jaw, man. My jaws, my Leech Life jaws were almost as big as Guzzlord. Alright, so getting some handy health back there. And we got the Guzzlord going down. So we still got that Bellsprout slinking around. We got the Alolan Slash, and we got another Pokemon. So I was like, okay, this isn't probably the greatest for my Mew. At this point in the game, I will say I didn't have Drain Punch. So if I had Drain Punch, I definitely would have gone for it, right? Okay, so back into Moltres. I still had Fire Spin, which is going to be pretty good against Sand Slash. And this was probably the longest part of the battle. So we got the Alolan Sand Slash setting up the Amnesia. It's got Curse Amnesia. I was like, okay, this is going to be a really, really stally set. Or just like a, I don't know, it must have rest. I'm thinking it's got rest if it's got Curse and Amnesia. Anyway, so trapping the Sand Slash in, getting some reasonable damage from the Fire Spin, and it's going to boost its special defense again. So it's got 2 Amnesias up. It only needs 1 more, then it's going to be have +6 in special defense. The only reason I'm actually doing some, okay damage to it is because it's 4 times. Okay, so now we got the Sand Slash going for the Curse. So that's going to boost its defense and attack. Not only are they going to be bulky, they're going to have some offense. I don't really know what their offensive move is going to be. If it's an ice-type move, that's probably going to be the best option to hit me with. I'm not very bulky. I'm not the greatest bulky in the defensive. I'm more special defensive. So I thought, let's go for the Will-O-Wisp, right? In case they do have a physical attack, I can cover my butt there. Alright, so now they're going to go for a Sand Slash. The Sand Slash is going to go for a Sand Slash. It's going to go for a rest. And that is going to heal off all the status I did to it earlier on. So I thought, okay, well, they've got to have some kind of attacking move. They couldn't have Sleep Talk, right? They've got to do something, and they're going to have a Chesterberry. So, okay, they've got Chesterberry Rest. That's cool. They must have one attacking move. Like, what is it going to be? So now we're going to go for Will-O-Wisp again. It misses, unfortunately, and now it's going to go for a Icicle Sphere. So Icicle Sphere is a multi-hitting attack. It can hit from 2 turns to 5 turns. I was kind of low-key hoping it only hit me 2 turns, because 5 turns would, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. So I get hit 3 turns. I've got a little bit of leftover recovery, so I do not want to get hit by this 5 times, right? That's going to do a lot of damage to me. So my best bet here was to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I really didn't have any other attacks to actually take it out. Mewtwo, even Mewtwo's Z move or whatever was not going to take it out. It's very, very bulky with all that. And even though I had those amnesias up and I went for a crit, right, it still wouldn't have taken it out. It's going to resist that pretty heavily. So it's going to get, my best bet here was to get it down to like a low enough amount of health, then swap something in to actually take it out. So I've got my Moltres, which is taking some more hits from this Sand Slash. I could go for Will-O-Wisp a couple more times, 5-spin a couple more times, or if they do go for a rest, they're going to have to, wake up in 2 turns later, then I can go for Will-O-Wisp after. Man, Will-O-Wisp is such a difficult word to say. Alright, so it's going to go for some more Icicle Spears against my, I almost said Alola Moltres. What would Alola Moltres look like? Can you guys, I don't know, maybe if it had like an ice type, it could be like it could almost be like an Articuno, but on fire. That'd be really cool. Anyway, so one more attack, my Sand Slash. The Sand Slash, not my Sand Slash. I wish it was my Sand Slash in this matchup. I'm going to go for 5-spin, and Sand Slash is going to live that one and take me out with the Icicle Sphere. However, my job was done putting it on a low amount of health because I could, just revenge KO with any one of my moves. So I've got Zapdos, which has a Wild Charge, which you can't miss, which is neutral. I thought that'd be my best option. However, we still got Bellsprout left, so, there's always that, people. There's always that. So, I knew that I could take this out Wild Charge. Since it only had a little bit of health left, Wild Charge was not going to do very much recall damage to me, and that would allow Zapdos to actually still live, which is nice. So, I've got 3 Pokemon left. I mean, you could almost say 2, because I was going to go down very, very soon. Alright, so Killer Plant finally makes its move. I'm going to go for the Steel Wing here. I have no moves to actually hit this with. It's going to live that one well, and it's going to eat a berry. It's like, what's this berry going to be? It's going to have a Salac Berry. Damn, son, I'm about to be swept by Bellsprout. Bellsprout's going to throw up the Substitute. Now, it's like, okay, well, I could go for the Wild Charge here just to break the sub. That'll be my best option. So go for Wild Charge. It's going to break the Substitute on the Killer Plant. Killer Plant can take me out with pretty much anything. I was kind of wondering what strategy they had going here. Alright, so taking a little bit of recall damage, and now it's going to go for the Hidden Power. I'm not really sure what Hidden Power was. It's going to take my Zapdos out regardless. Maybe Hidden Power, I don't know. What would that, maybe Hidden Power, I don't know, man. Probably like Hidden Power Fire or something like that. Alright, so bringing in my Mew going for the Leech Life. It could be anything. It could, guys, it's Hidden Power Fairy. So taking the Killer Plant out, Bellsprout is finally down, guys. And we got one more Pokemon left to take out. Now, there was a big, big problem here. The last Pokemon was a Dark type as well. So this team really didn't do well against Dark types. So I was thinking, okay, so I've got to take out this Sableye with my Mew. Mewtwo is completely wild. A lot of the time, I actually run Trick Ring Target on my Mewtwo. I was like, I wish I ran that this time. But then they had a Mega, so I was like, okay, even if I had my Trick Ring Target Mewtwo, it would have failed because it had a Mega Stone, right? So going for a Leech Life on the Sableye, and oh my god, that does nothing. So pretty much here, I got stalled out hard by this Mega Sableye. I had payback too. It was doing a lot of damage. I think it might have been max health, max attack. And I can't do anything here. I had Sword Dance. I had no room to set up Sword Dance, so I just went for a Leech Life, hoping for a crit. And I didn't get that one. Mewtwo pretty much couldn't do anything either. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. Now, I just want to quickly go over what I've got coming up. I'm just having a look at my calendar right now. I've got a Cage Lock tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we got another theme team. Then on Friday, we got a Cage Lock. Sunday, we got another theme team. Monday, we got another theme team. Then we got a Cage Lock after that. And then we got a couple of Pokemon sweeps in between that too. And I'll be back. So just a little bit of update to what videos I've got coming up on my channel and stuff. Now, in February, I'm going to start on a new series of videos on my channel, which I've been meaning to finish off for a long time. And we're going to have a lot more videos uploaded this month too. I'm not away on a holiday. And yeah, I've been doing a fair bit of streaming. I'm also keeping my streaming up. If you guys haven't checked me out on Twitch, you should. Link is in the description too. There, I'm going to try it. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try and do a stream before I go away. Not that it's gonna matter because this video is gonna go up afterwards, but if I did do that, hooray! Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace.